Let me ask you something personal. When was the last time you felt truly light? Not just in weight, but in spirit, in your energy, in your clarity. If it's been a while, you're not alone. I've had countless patients over the age of 60 sit across from me and say things like, "I just don't feel like myself anymore," or "My energy is gone," or most quietly, "I'm scared something's really wrong." And often, when we peel back the layers, when we go beyond the quick diagnoses and the pill for every problem approach, we find something most people have never even heard their doctor mention. A condition that's quietly affecting nearly 1 in 3 adults over 50, and it's called fatty liver disease. Now, don't tune out. I know the name isn't glamorous. But what I'm about to share with you might change how you see your entire body. And if you stay with me to the end, I'll walk you through the steps you can take to not only reverse fatty liver disease, but to boost your energy, rebalance your metabolism, improve your mood, and even reclaim that sharpness and vitality you may have thought was gone for good. So please don't skip around. Listen all the way through, because the most important piece comes at the end. Now let's begin. Fatty liver disease, or more specifically non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD, is no longer a fringe diagnosis. It's becoming one of the most common chronic conditions in the world. And yet most people have no idea they have it. Why? Because it creeps up silently. It doesn't usually hurt. There's no rash, no cough, no glaring warning sign. Instead, it shows up as fatigue, as fogginess, as stubborn weight around your midsection, as a kind of heaviness in your being. And here's what's truly startling. Fatty liver is now being recognized as the root contributor to everything from metabolic syndrome and type 2 diabetes to cardiovascular disease, dementia, and even certain cancers. But the liver doesn't get headlines. It's the unsung hero of your body. Over 500 biological functions. It filters toxins, regulates hormones, stores nutrients, produces bile, balances blood sugar. And when it's overwhelmed, when it's storing fat instead of processing it, that ripple effect touches everything. Now here's the part most people miss. Fatty liver isn't just about diet. It's not just about alcohol. And it's certainly not just about age. It's about oxygen. More specifically, it's about a molecule your body makes called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide, or NO, is a signaling molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax. It improves circulation, lowers blood pressure, supports sexual function, and yes, enhances your liver's ability to burn fat, detoxify toxins, and reduce inflammation. Without enough nitric oxide, your liver becomes sluggish. Your cells become hypoxic, oxygen deprived, and fat begins to accumulate where it shouldn't. So what causes nitric oxide levels to drop? Stress, aging, lack of sunlight, poor sleep, inflammatory foods, and the big one, sedentary lifestyle. By the time you reach your 60s, your nitric oxide production has declined by over 70%. That decline contributes not only to liver dysfunction, but also to brain fog, joint stiffness, low libido, cold hands and feet, and the dreaded feeling that you're just slowing down. And yet, this is rarely discussed. But I want to tell you a story. One of my patients, let's call him David, came to me at 67. He wasn't obese, he didn't drink much, but he was exhausted. His blood pressure was creeping up, his waistline had thickened, his memory was slipping. His doctor had told him, "You're just getting older." But David refused to accept that, and I'm so glad he didn't. We ran a liver panel. His ALT and AST, those are liver enzymes, were elevated. An ultrasound confirmed fatty liver. He was stunned. "I thought this only happened to drinkers," he said, "but it happens to anyone whose body can't process fats and toxins efficiently, and the liver is the front line." So what did we do? We rebuilt his nitric oxide production. We gave his mitochondria, the engines inside his cells, the oxygen they needed. We used movement, breathwork, dietary changes, and yes, we brought in targeted supplementation. Within 3 months, David's liver enzymes dropped, his energy returned, his waist shrank by 2 inches, and his words, "I feel like I have my life back." And now, I want to pause and introduce you to something that's been changing the game for patients like David. If you've been resonating with what I'm saying, If you feel like your body is heavier, slower, or more inflamed than it used to be, then you're going to want to check this out. It's called STEM Active, and it's one of the most innovative nitric oxide boosting, liver supporting formulas I've come across. Now, I normally hesitate to recommend products on this channel, but this one is different. STEM Active combines natural plant-based nitric oxide precursors with compounds that protect liver cells, improve metabolic function, and support your body's own stem cell activity for regeneration. We're talking beetroot powder, pomegranate extract, L-citrulline, and key adaptogens, sustainably sourced, rigorously tested, and made in the USA under strict manufacturing guidelines. If you've been struggling with energy crashes, belly fat, high blood pressure, poor circulation, or even erectile dysfunction, all of which are related to nitric oxide deficiency, this might be the missing piece. Just scan the QR code on the screen or click the link in the description to learn more. You'll find detailed science, user stories, and options for trying it risk-free. There's even a 100% money-back guarantee. So there's absolutely no risk in seeing how your body responds. All right, let's return to what's happening inside your body. The liver doesn't just store fat, it stores emotion. Ancient Chinese medicine actually referred to the liver as the seat of anger. And while we don't use that language in conventional medicine, there's something deeply true about it. When your liver is overwhelmed, whether by environmental toxins, pharmaceuticals, pesticides, or emotional suppression, it begins to reflect that burden in the way you feel. A sluggish liver means less bile production, which means poor digestion, constipation, bloating, and nutrient deficiencies. It means hormonal imbalance, especially estrogen dominance, which can cause everything from mood swings to breast tenderness to prostate enlargement. It means poor detoxification, which leads to skin breakouts, irritability, and brain fog. And it means your mitochondria, those little power plants inside your cells, can't do their job properly. But here's the good news. Your liver is one of the most regenerative organs in the human body. It has the capacity to heal, even reverse damage, when given the right conditions. That means removing inflammatory triggers, restoring nitric oxide pathways, activating cellular autophagy, that's your body's natural cleanup process, and giving your cells enough oxygen, movement, and nutrients to rebuild. Let me give you another example. Sandra, a 71-year-old retired teacher, came to me with joint pain, mood swings, and relentless sugar cravings. She was told she was borderline diabetic, but didn't want to go on medication. She also had fatty liver. We added daily nitric oxide walks, just 10 minutes after meals. We shifted her macronutrients toward more protein and fiber. We introduced breathwork, magnesium, and a supplement that supported nitric oxide and glutathione, the master antioxidant. Within 8 weeks, her A1C dropped, her moods stabilized, her belly deflated. And she cried when she told me, "I finally feel like I'm back in my body." Now, I want to talk about something that's often overlooked: mindset. Many people over 60 have been told to lower their expectations. It's just part of aging. Take it easy. Don't overdo it. But that mindset is a trap, because it teaches the body to stagnate, and the liver hates stagnation. Movement is medicine for the liver. Oxygen is medicine. Hope is medicine. And yes, science is medicine too. Recent studies from the Journal of Hepatology have shown that dietary nitrate intake from leafy greens can improve endothelial function and lower liver fat accumulation. Other studies show that nitric oxide donors enhance mitochondrial respiration and cellular repair in liver tissue. We've even seen evidence that combining NO precursors with polyphenols, like those found in dark berries or pomegranate, can significantly reduce hepatic inflammation. So this is no longer theory, this is clinical reality. But I'll be honest, supplements alone aren't enough. You have to move your body, you have to hydrate, you have to stop eating 3 hours before bed to give your liver a rest. You have to learn how to breathe deeply into your diaphragm to stimulate your vagus nerve and improve nitric oxide flow. You have to get sunlight on your skin in the morning and darkness at night to regulate your circadian rhythm. These are the things that bring the body back to balance. Question: can fatty liver be reversed? Yes, but only with intention, only with consistency. You must stop treating your body like a machine and start treating it like an ecosystem, one that requires movement, breath, light, darkness, nourishment, rest, and yes, joy. Question: do I need a liver detox or cleanse? Number: most of those are marketing gimmicks. Your liver doesn't need a cleanse. It needs support. It needs oxygen. It needs sulfur-rich vegetables. It needs bitters. It needs sleep. And it needs you to stop overloading it with processed food, alcohol, unnecessary medications, and chronic stress. Question: if I don't have symptoms, should I be worried? Absolutely. Over 75% of people with fatty liver are asymptomatic. It's often discovered accidentally through imaging or lab tests. But by the time you have symptoms, the inflammation is already progressing. Prevention is always more effective than reversal. Question: how do I know if I'm producing enough nitric oxide? If you have cold extremities, brain fog, fatigue, high blood pressure, low libido, or poor exercise recovery, those are all signs your nitric oxide may be low. You can also use nitrate test strips at home, but they're not always reliable. The best test is how you feel after implementing NO-boosting practices like beetroot, breathwork, and movement. So let me leave you with this. Your liver is not just a filter, it's a metabolic hub, an emotional register, a healing portal, and it deserves your attention. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to fear aging. You just need to understand what your body is asking for and respond with love and science. Fatty liver disease is reversible. Nitric oxide is your ally. And you are not too far gone. You are not broken. You are not past your prime. You are simply ready for the next chapter. If this episode spoke to you, if you feel that tug of recognition in your gut, I invite you to share this with someone you care about. A partner, a sibling, a friend who's been struggling in silence. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to Vita Prime Health. This is a space for intelligent, grounded, heart-led conversations about what it means to age with integrity, with power, with clarity, and with joy. Until next time, breathe deep, move gently, and remember, your liver loves you. It's time to love it back.